If you knew morning wood, then you know why I feel blue. Without morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood.
Rise and shine. Happy Devils Saturday. This is the Morning Woo, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker. Undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. As this is a rivalry game today, Saturday, November 29th, 2025. The first place Devils in the Eastern Conference is going to play the Philadelphia Flyers, holding that last spot for the wild card. 4 points separating the top seed versus the 8th seed Philadelphia Flyers tonight. It's going to be one of those games at the Rock tonight, which we will probably, look at as the pivot point of this young NHL season. I'm your host, Sam Wu, talking Devils hockey. Both teams playing yesterday, both teams winning. Devils shutting out the last place Buffalo Sabres of the Eastern Conference. 5-0 shutout in Buffalo. Less than 24 hours ago, victorious. The Philadelphia Flyers on a 2-game winning streak after beating the New York Islanders in extra time. Devils on a 3-game winning streak after beating the Red Wings, the Blues, and Sabres, and will try to avenge their loss last Saturday against the Philadelphia Flyers. This is a 4-point game, folks. Metropolitan Division game. You need the 2 solid points. And can you believe it, coincidentally, it's 4 points that's separating the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers, who's sitting at that last wild card spot inside the Metropolitan Division. Devils with 33 points. Carolina hanging on, keeping pace at 32 points. Skip down the line and you've got Philadelphia at 29 points. These are 2 big points tonight. If it were to go into overtime or a shootout, it'll be a 3-point game. But the Devils have an opportunity to get the 2 solid points and try to maintain a lead amongst those in the Metropolitan Division, because it is tight. It is competitive. The Metropolitan Division. Flyers went into a shootout, so maybe they're a little tired, says Art Heat. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday, folks. It doesn't matter what happened. What matters is what the New Jersey Devils are going to do tonight against the Flyers. Last game, we talked about the 3 goals in less than 30 seconds. Back at the Xfinity Mobile Arena last Saturday. I'm still not over that. But that was a turning point after the game. Sheldon Keefe, Devils head coach, basically laying it out that they were inconsistent. They needed to play better. Accountability. That practice that next day, because the Devils had the Red Wings on that Monday last week. Nico Hischier, Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt, 3 of the 4 pillars have stepped it up as Jack Hughes is out with injury. Arseny Gritsik, 2 goals yesterday. Andre Palat had 2 assists yesterday. I don't know how that happened. But guys are stepping up. Brendan Dillon stepping up. Shimon Nemitz has been fantastic all season, especially as of late in the clutch. In those big minutes towards the end of the game, Shimon last second Nemitz. And the New Jersey Devils are finding themselves on a 3-game heater. That game against Detroit on Monday, which ended in punches being thrown, lots of pushing and shoving, a lot of anger against the Blues. Shimon Nemitz in overtime. Devils fighting their way back. Jacob Markstrom had a so-and-so shaky first period, but started to get stronger second and third period, and obviously getting the win in overtime. Jake the Snake Allen, who had a bad game against the Flyers last Saturday, well rested, totally redeemed himself, making over 40 saves yesterday in Buffalo. You have to feel good about this Devils team playing against the Flyers. They've got the home ice advantage. Devils only 1 loss at home, and that was in overtime against the Islanders. But with the exception of that game, the Devils are undefeated at home. They've got a point streak since the beginning of the season at home. Max is very quietly on a 3-game heater. And that's the way I kind of like it. I kind of like it that way. Quietly on a 3-game heater. But this is a big game tonight against the Flyers. We talked about the rivalry from years past. You know, not many people remember this, but the New Jersey Devils, when the Quebec Nordiques drafted Eric Lindros, who basically said from the start, I'm not going to play for you. Now, we found out years later it was more of the owner himself, not the team, not the fans, the Quebec Nordiques. We found out years later about that, about Eric Lindros. But there was a bidding war. There was a bidding war of who was going to get the services of Eric Lindros. And it was really between the New York Rangers and the Philadelphia Flyers. The Rangers almost got Eric Lindros that people didn't remember. But I remember reading an article by Rich Scher, and I'd love to go back in time and find that article, because the Devils had assets to give up, a lot of prospects for that trade for Eric Lindros. And one of them was actually an unknown goaltender named Martin Brodeur that had just been drafted. Believe it or not. People don't remember that, but Yeah, that was. If I wish I could find that newspaper article, Rich Scher, back in the Star Ledger days. But regardless, Eric Lindros became a Philadelphia Flyer. In 1995, he was the Hart Trophy winner, the MVP of the league. Devils Flyers meeting in the Eastern Conference Finals. Devils with the threat of moving to Nashville. And then 1 year removed, losing to the New York Rangers in the Eastern Conference Finals, which the Rangers broke through their 54-year curse to win the Stanley Cup. That 95 team moved mountains to win that Stanley Cup. And they had to go through the Philadelphia Flyers, the Legion of Doom. Remember that? LeClaire, Renberg, and Lindros? That line that was unstoppable till they met Scott Stevens, Ken Danico, Scott Niedermayer. I believe Kevin Dean was on that team. Going back in time. Bruce Shriver. Tom, Lou never would have done that. You're probably right. I think Lou was just trying to drive up the price at the time period. But you got to go. I wish I could pull out that Rich Scher article back in the early 90s about what the Devils would have been able to give up. And I'm glad that never happened. I'm glad things worked the way it did, because what was the Quebec Nordiques became the Colorado Avalanche, which eventually burned the New Jersey Devils in 2001 when they met in the Stanley Cup Finals. I mean, Peter Forsberg, who did else? They gave up a lot. Mike Ricci, they gave up a lot of players to get Eric Lindros. But it was the New Jersey Devils that stood in the way of the Philadelphia Flyers in the mid-90s. I truly believe if it wasn't for the New Jersey Devils, the Flyers would have won a cup. In any of those years, they got through in 97 to the Stanley Cup Finals, but they got swept and got spanked by the Detroit Red Wings, who were desperate to win the Stanley Cup. Then come 2000, Eric Lindros, his concussion issues started to catch up. Devils, Flyers, Eastern Conference Finals. Devils got off to a nice start, but then lost game 2, 3, and 4. Losing 2 home games, down 3-1 to the Philadelphia Flyers. Devils steal game 5 back to Continental Airlines Arena. And Eric Lindros miraculously comes back. Scores a goal, but it was called back. Devils winning that game 6 and that game 7, and the hit that was heard around the world when Eric Lindros took the puck up the ice, head down. Scott Stevens, a freight train, takes him out. Silence at the FU Center, First Union Center. And then it was Patrick Elias in the last minute of the game, scoring the game-winning goal. Devils holding on, beating the Flyers. So this rivalry has a lot of bite to it. Flyers eventually won a couple playoff series, which amount to nothing. They didn't win the cup against the New Jersey Devils. If you remember 2004, that was the year Pat Burns, I think, knew he had cancer. They lost to the Flyers in the first round. Jeremy Roenick. And then the other years where Claude Giroux would take over games, bounce the Devils out of the playoffs. In 2012, in the second round, the 40-year-old Marty Brodeur was able to get his team into the Eastern Conference Finals by beating the Philadelphia Flyers. And I feel like this rivalry is brewing again. The Flyers rebuilding, doing things the right way, hiring Danny Briere, Keith Jones, taking him out of the broadcast booth. And the Flyers, they're doing everything the right way. And they're going to be a scary team very soon. And right now, they are playing above expectations right now. They're a very good team. Very hard-working team. I think a lot of had to do with John Tortorella in the past few years, coaching that team. Now Rick Tocchet, a Philly guy, former Flyer, Stanley Cup champion, now coach, coming from Vancouver Canucks. This is going to be one game tonight where I would love to see the Devils win. But I'll tell you, that Metropolitan Division is so tight. I like what Beachmaster's saying. Gritsik versus Mitchkov rematch. Yeah. I want to see another argument out on the ice. There's going to be a lot of drama during this game. There's going to be a lot of hype during this game. And the Devils, they better come out swinging. This is a game that you need everybody to show up and go above and beyond. You have to win this game. Because only 4 points separates the first seed and the last seed of the Eastern Conference. Can you believe that? Can you really believe that? Unbelievable. Lawrence says, I'll take the win, but honestly, I want to see the Devils lay down an absolute beatdown. Statement game for both teams, says Tom, and I couldn't agree with you more. I'm so hyped up about this game for the division, for pride. Flyer fans are probably certainly going to be showing up to this game. I'll be there. Tom will be there. This is a game that there's going to be a lot of gloves dropped in this game. You could just feel the tension right now. That was unacceptable what happened down in Philadelphia for the New Jersey Devils last Saturday. And I would expect the first 10 minutes of that game, the Devils are going to come out strong out of the gates. You got the home crowd on your side. You got to take advantage of that. You got to score first. But the Flyers, they've got some great goaltending right now. And Vladar, who's having an outstanding season for the Philadelphia Flyers. But both top six and bottom six have to perform tonight. On defense, Luke Hughes is getting a lot of minutes. Brendan Dillon is getting a lot of minutes. Nemec has been playing tough, making smart plays on defense. Will Colton White play tonight? He has been decent. You don't hear his name shouted out too often. But yesterday, the Devils beating the Buffalo Sabres, a team they should be beating them 5-0. Gave up a lot of shots on goal. Wasn't too happy about that, but overall performance, they got the goaltending. They got the offense rolling. But Jacob Markstrom, assuming he is in net tonight, he's got to find his game one step further, because this game you have to have. You can't be just getting a 1 point game. You got to get solid 2 points if you want to build on this Metropolitan Division lead and the Eastern Conference. It's so tight right now. So many teams in between. You're literally a 2 to 3 game losing streak away from being in the bottom of this league. I mean, bottom of this conference. Selected boy, I'm sorry, Meadowlander. I don't have any news on that. But finding out right now. The problem is, this is what I hate about. I love doing the morning woo, but sometimes getting information doesn't happen until Amanda Stein decides to, put it out at 11 a.m. So right now, let's see. She tweeted out 14 minutes ago from Amanda Stein, at Amanda C. Stein. Quiet morning for New Jersey Devils on the second half of back-to-back. We'll catch up with Sheldon Keefe at 4:45 p.m. today. As in 4:45 p.m. Eastern. Also, it's Hockey Fights Cancer Night as well at The Rock. Hopefully, I'll see you all there at American Whiskey for Game Day Live at Devils After Dark. Tom says it was just shot to the skate. He's fine. I mean, when you have that lead, you just take your players out. Tom says we haven't lost when Colton White has played. Good observation. Paul Cotter yesterday was wide open when he got that goal. But it should be a great game tonight. All right, well, we're going to get out of here. Tom says, I'm going in at 5:30, get mystery pucks, so might not see you pregame, Sam. Well, come on. Tom, you got to see us at pregame at American Whiskey. But that's okay. Well, we're going to get out of here. But we're going to leave you with a couple tunes. Downtown Connor Brown has been playing very well, and Nico Heischer as well. I'll probably have to cue that up in a second. Dropping the podcast in about 10 minutes. Looking forward to this game. I'm all hyped up. I forgot about the Rutgers-Penn State game, which is going on mid-afternoon today in Piscataway. But, yeah, downtown Connor Brown, he's going to be a key player tonight. I know he wish he had that game back last week against the Flyers, but I would expect downtown Connor Brown to get a Gordie Howe hat trick tonight. That's what I'm predicting. All right, getting out of here. Thank you for all those tuning in, dropping the podcast in about 10 minutes. I'll see you at American Whiskey at 6 p.m. Eastern for Game Day Live. Till next time, let's go Devils.
Center Ice is the coldest part of town. And if you're wearing enemy colors, you better just beware of a man named Connor Brown. Now Connor's more than trouble. He's got hands like a surgeon's knife. All the Devils fans call him downtown Connor Brown. Opponents just to call him good night. And he's bad Connor Brown, the baddest devil in the whole damn town. Faster than a breakaway goal, meaner than a nickel. History for He's got a custom Sherwood stick, the curve just like a smile. carbon fiber edges taped heel to toe, and a flow that's pure rock pile style. He's got a 40 bolstees in his sights, and a side shout spawn with bone bat steeds. Lighted out in lower town corners on my top line, speed lift for way a nipping knee. When Nick's make changes, Doppel's best you can try to tough like Jack Kings is weeping. His five on board, hard as gonna in the heart of torn. Fucking and leak, he was up a lunch, and tougher than a junkyard dog in a scrum. To dropping gloves, the whole arena lost its mind. Fists were flying, jerseys torn, refs trying to break it in time. Connor came out looking like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple stitches on his chin, but he skated back to the bench smiling and dropped a hat trick just to rub it in. Yeah, he's bad, bad Connor Brown, the baddest devil in the whole damn town. Better than old Marty Brodeur, meaner than a junkyard dog when the horn sounds loud. Let's go downtown, Connor Brown, still the baddest man in the whole damn town. You better step aside when number 16 comes tearing down. Yeah, Connor Brown, downtown Connor Brown.
Number 13 is feeling great. Puck on a stick, he'll make him pay. Devil's on fire night and day. Nico, Nico, oh no, no, he's the captain, let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Oh baby, Nico, Nico, let's go.
He digs left, spins right, crowd goes wild in the red light. Face off king, he wins 'em clean. Nico's the heart of the devil's machine.
Nico, Nico, oh